Mabuhay, kumusta kayo, and welcome to another video, and welcome to the first product review that I'll be doing. So yeah, I recently ordered some LED grow lights and they've just arrived, so I'll be unboxing these today and setting them up and seeing how they perform. So yeah, with how bad the weather has been in the UK at the moment with continuous cloudy days, I wanted a light that would just give some of the plants a bit of a boost when they're not getting any natural sunlight. Now I'll just say as well that I'm by no means an expert when it comes to grow lights. I know a little bit about them, but when it comes to some of the technical aspects, I'm not that clued up about them. I know I just wanted full spectrum and one with natural light because I'm not a fan of the purple ones, or blurple as they're called, and wanted LED, so these lights click both of those boxes. Now, however, as I'm doing a post commentary on this unboxing, I've already found out that these lights aren't what they claim to be and aren't good enough for my needs, unfortunately, or any good for cacti and succulents, it turns out. But we'll get into that a bit later in the video though. So on with the unboxing. So yeah, I ordered 2 of these, but I'll just be showing me unboxing one of them, and we'll go on to some of the features of the lights, which are actually quite nice, surprisingly. So this is the manual, just giving some basic information about the light. Not much of a manual, I must say. I'll put some technical info up on screen now, but I wouldn't pay too much attention to these because, as I said, this light isn't what it claims to be. So you can see it says it's 68 watts, and this light is not 68 watt. It's not even anywhere near that. But again, we'll talk a bit more about that towards the end of the video. So just taking out these boxes that contain the bulbs to the light. And this is the triple gooseneck light as well. They do another model with 2 and I think another one with 4. You get a nice little set of free tools here, which is actually probably one of the nicer things about this package. Yeah, like I said, this is the one with 3 heads on it. You can twist these in pretty much any position you want, which is actually quite nice. So this is the little control box. You have your on-off switch. There's a timer on here as well, which you can set the light to come on and off at certain intervals, which is another nice feature. It also has a dimming function on it as well. Yeah, you've got a 3, a 6 and a 12-hour setting on this light. Now this was the first red flag for me, the fact that this is powered by USB 2.0. Didn't actually realise it was powered by USB until I unboxed it. Also, this plug has a broken prong on it, which isn't good either, but I managed to repair this. Now we'll unbox the bulbs and have a look at those. Yeah, each one of these bulbs contains 44 LED chips, which gives us a total of 132. This is the heatsink on top, which didn't even get warm when I used these lights. It was just ice cold continuously, no matter how long the lights were on for. I doubt the diodes in these bulbs are any good. I actually question whether or not this light is even full spectrum or not. Just taking this protective plastic off, that's protecting the LED chips. Not that it would have made any difference leaving these on here, because like I said, these lights didn't even get warm, so there would have been no risk of these melting. So I've got the lights set up, the bulbs simply screw in, and once in you can actually direct the light where you want it, which is pretty nice actually. And of course the necks on these are flexible as well, so you can pretty much get them into any position you want. So I've got them clipped onto the edge of my windowsill, and the clamp on these are actually really strong. Once they're on, they're not going anywhere. So yeah, like I said, these lights have a dimming function as well. There's 5 different settings on here. I don't know why you'd want them on the lowest though, because even on the brightest setting, like I said, these lights are rubbish, so kind of a pointless feature on these. And with this button you can select to have 1, 2 or all 3 lights on. Again, I think that's another pointless feature on here, because 1 light and even 2 is just not good enough. And like I said, you've got a timer function on these as well. You've got 3, 6 and 12 hours. These will come on and off depending on what you set it to. So at this point I had the lights for a few weeks. I did notice some of the Hawthorne had developed flower spikes a little quicker, but I think that's more down to coincidence than the light. As the flower spike developed more on this one, it wasn't interested in going towards the grow lights. Even when it was really dull and cloudy outside, it still favoured going towards the window. I had them fairly close to the plant as well, and I was running these pretty much all day, at least 12 hours anyway. This brings me on to the point I made earlier on in the video about these not being 68 watts. So Alex here on YouTube actually got one of these lights as well and did a test to see how much power it was drawing, and as you can see it turned out to be just 7 watts, which is just crazy and nowhere near the advertised 68 watt. Using a different plug to the one that came with the lights, we get up to almost 9 watt, but still completely useless for cacti and succulents. You might have a happy orchid or something growing under one of these with all 3 heads directed at it, but these are nowhere near good enough for cacti and succulents. And after Alex did this test, I actually decided to return these lights because they aren't doing anything for my plants and just a waste of money. Yeah, this is actually a common thing with some grow light companies, pulling wattage numbers out of their backside for their products. Obviously they're not going to say the light is only 7 or 10 watts because nobody would buy them. These lights weren't expensive, but still expensive enough to warrant a return, and there's no point using a light that claims to be something that it isn't, especially when it claims to be 68 watt but only 7. Like I said earlier in the video, I even wonder if these are full spectrum. But anyway, since returning these lights I've done a lot more research about them, getting to know what companies are good and what aren't, and most importantly finding out whether or not the information they give about their lights is accurate or not. But now some good news. I was recently contacted by a grow light company, a very well known company too, that I know make fantastic LED grow lights, and they were kind enough to send me a light to review. And that light ticks all the boxes for me and I'm super happy with it, so stay tuned for a review of that light coming very soon. So yeah, don't waste your money on these types of lights for cactus and succulents, especially USB powered ones as well. They're just not good enough, and the majority of them are likely nowhere near the advertised wattage. So yeah, don't make the same mistake I did with these types of lights. So yeah, thank you for watching guys, thanks for all your likes and your comments, and recently passed 1,000 subscribers as well, so thank you so much for that. And there'll be a competition coming up in the future soon as well, so stay tuned for that one. So yeah, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Salamat po paalam, bye for now.